Salams and welcome. Thank you for joining me in another episode of the Quran in English, the basics for beginners. We are busy with chapter number 3, Surah Al-Imran. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Surah 3, verse 153. Behold, you were climbing up the high ground without even casting a side glance at anyone, and the messenger in your rear was calling you back. There did Allah give you one distress after another by way of requital, to teach you not to grieve for the booty that had escaped you and for the ill that had befallen you, for Allah is well aware of all that you do. After the excitement of the distress, He sent down calm on a band of you, overcome with slumber, while another band was stirred to anxiety by their own feelings, moved by wrong suspicions of Allah, suspicions due to ignorance. They said, "What affair is this of ours?" Say you, "Indeed, this affair is wholly Allah's." They hide in their minds what they dare not reveal to you. They say to themselves, "If we had had anything to do with this affair, we should not have been in the slaughter here." Say, even if you had remained in your homes, those for whom death was decreed would certainly have gone forth to the place of their death. But all this was that Allah might test what is in your breasts and purge what is in your hearts. For Allah knows well the secrets of your hearts. Those of you who turned back on the day the two hosts met, it was Shaitan who caused them to fail because of some evil they had done. But Allah has blotted out their fault, for Allah is oft forgiving, most forbearing. O you who believe, be not like the unbelievers who say of their brethren when they are traveling through the earth or engaged in fighting, "If they had stayed with us, they would not have died or been slain." This, that Allah may make it a cause of sighs and regrets in their hearts. It is Allah that gives life and death, and Allah sees well all that you do. And if you are slain or die in the way of Allah, forgiveness and mercy from Allah are far better than all they could amass. And if you die or are slain, lo, it is to Allah that you are brought together. It is part of the mercy of Allah that you do deal gently with them. Were you severe or harsh-hearted, they would have broken away from about you. So pass over their faults and ask for Allah's forgiveness for them. Now we know that those 50 archers, they were given very clear instructions. Don't move from your position. Even if you see us dying, don't move. If you see us winning, don't move. You only move when Nabi Sal'lal'laa'hu A'layhi Was'sallam gives you the order to move. But out of their weakness, when the first part of the battle, when the Muslims were winning and the Meccan polytheists were running away, Then the 40 out of the 50 archers, they also ran down to collect the war booty. This left an opening for Khalid bin Walid, who came with his 200 cavalry from the rear. And so the Muslims were then caught in a pincer movement from attack from the rear and from the front. And then they broke their ranks and they started scattering away up the mountainside of the mountain of Uhud. And famously, 70 or so people were martyred on that battle as well. Now, if you were a CEO of a company or a boss of an organization, and if you gave someone clear instructions, then the natural reaction of someone who does not obey your instructions, and because of the failure of that person, the natural reaction is to get angry. I would get angry. I would say, but didn't I tell you that you guys don't move? Don't you listen? What's going on here, guys? So it is a natural reaction if you tell staff members, do A, B, and C, but then they don't do A, B, and C, they do X, Y, and Z. And as a result of X, Y, and Z, we find that half the building has collapsed or half the building has been put on fire. And you say, but it's common sense. I told you guys, don't do this. So why did you all do it? But in contrast to that, in contrast to the normal reaction, Nabi Sal'lal'laa'hu A'layhi Was'sallam did not say oof, he did not say ooh, he did not say ah. He did not ask them, why did y'all not listen to me? Why did y'all move? He never asked them any questions. He was so kind to them. He was so gentle with them. He was so compassionate with them. He was so loving with them. He was concerned about their wounds. He was telling them, look after this one, help that one, help that one. These were adults. The Sahaba are adults. They knew that they did wrong. It was not necessary for anyone to tell them they knew they did wrong. They knew it exactly. But the Prophet had every right to scold them. But he did nothing of that sort. And because he did nothing, they were expecting reprimand to come. They were expecting shouting to come. And when nothing came, and he treated them with so much kindness, what happened? If you do a mistake and you expect you're going to get a scolding, but that person treats you lovingly, what happens? You fall more in love with that person. Isn't that normal? So the Sahaba, they now loved Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam even more. They said, we did such a big blue, we did such a big mess up. How could we have moved away from there as a result of our mistake? 70 of the people were martyred. How could we have done such a blue like that? But Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam treated them with so much kindness, so they were in turn overflowing in the love for Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and they were prepared to die for him. This is what love does. They say you attract people with honey and not with vinegar. Nah? So he was always a person with honey, with kindness and with love. And consult them in affairs of moment. Then when you have taken a decision, put your trust in Allah, for Allah loves those who put their trust in Him. So the next day when they were having a meeting in the Medina Masjid Nabawi, like how you have a board meeting, you have a post-mortem or you analyze the pros and cons, what went wrong. Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam did not ignore them. He said, guys, give me your advice. Tell me, what do we do? What is the way forward? Right? He treated them with utmost respect. He did not ignore them like how we would do. We'll say, that guy, he made such a mess up. Don't even talk to him. We'll say like that. Don't even, why are you even talking to that guy? They made such a blue. But Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was talking to them. He was saying, guys, come, we got a problem here. What do we do? What is the way forward? And with that, because of his outstanding character, his outstanding morals, his outstanding manners, that is why people love him in that age and even love him today and will continue to do so. If Allah helps you, none can overcome you. If He forsakes you, who is there after that can help you? In Allah, then, let believers put their trust. No prophet could ever be false to his trust. If any person is so false, he shall on the day of judgment restore what he misappropriated. Then shall every soul receive its due, whatever it earned. and none shall be dealt with unjustly. Is the man who follows the good pleasure of Allah, like the man who draws on himself the wrath of Allah, and whose abode is in hell, a woeful refuge. They are in varying grades in the sight of Allah, and Allah sees well all that you do. Join me in the next episode. Alhamdulillah.